What's going on, guys? You're watching The Hungry Handgunner. So today is going to be a reality check for some of you. It's going to be something you already know for a lot of you. Let's talk about the Second Amendment. Now, you've heard me say in other videos I'm not a hunter. I have nothing against it. It's just not something I do. Hunting is not why the Second Amendment's there. You guys see me doing all sorts of stuff, talking about self-defense and handguns and having fun out on the range, and the premise for my self-defense stuff is all about violent criminals. That's not even really what the Second Amendment is about. The Second Amendment at the end of the day is so that we, the citizens, have a means to overthrow a tyrannical government. Seems like the gun control debates and stuff that I've seen on Facebook and everything else, people say, hey, I'm okay with you having a gun for hunting, or I'm okay with you having a bolt action for target shooting. Well, fuck that. That's not why we have the right to have guns in the first place. This may be extreme to some of y'all. Some of you may not have ever thought about it this way. But that right is there so that we have the ability and the means to take on a tyrannical government. It's not there so that we can sit here and shoot steel out on the range. It's not there so that we can carry concealed to defend ourselves and our families against violent criminals, although those are definitely side effects of that amendment, and it's something that I think people should do. They should be prepared to defend themselves and their families against criminals, and they should get out and train and have a good time, shoot competition, hunt, whatever, have an awesome time. But at the end of the day, the true premise of that Second Amendment is to repel tyranny. You have to look at the mindset of those founders when they wrote that in there into the Bill of Rights. They had just defeated the most powerful military in the world at the time. That's why it's there. I don't know how else to put it for you guys, but so when you're on that Facebook debate with Karen or whatever, and you're like, well, I have the right to defend my family. Yes, you do inherently. Self-defense is an inherent right. But you also have the right, protected by the Second Amendment, to maintain the means and ability to repel tyranny. And the other thing is, the Second Amendment doesn't give us that right. That Second Amendment is there to protect it. We were born with that right. No man or institution can take that away as far as I'm concerned. Not while I'm alive anyway. So I think it's time that we are very vocal and very honest about why that's there. Because I've seen the perception of Second Amendment issues start shifting towards that self-defense and hunting argument instead of addressing head-on why we have that there. The other thing too, while we're on the topic, I'm done kind of justifying why I have guns with people in those formats. I'm absolutely open to sit down and talk with people, but on Facebook, sitting there going back and forth, wasting hours and hours and hours commenting with these idiots, you're not going to change their mind. They're not going to change your mind. I don't think that ever really happens on Facebook. So I just kind of adopted the approach of, well, that's nice, you have a good day. My guns are my guns, and they're not going anywhere. And I think that, to further expound on my Second Amendment beliefs, I think fully autos need to be legal. I think that suppressors need to be deregulated. I think that felons, if they have served their sentence, they should get their rights back. So, not just pro-gun, I am pro-2A and pro-2A for all. I think that, and then I know some people are already about to type on the keyboard, well, if somebody's a violent criminal, well, if they're still a danger to society, why the fuck are they out of prison? So, that's my thoughts on that. I'm very pro-2A. So, people have been asking, like, how do you really feel about it? Well, that's how I really feel about it. So, there, you understand all that now. And anyway, this is just a little short micro rant on that. Stay safe, keep shooting, defend your rights, and see you next time.